Hello YouTubers, this is my display case with some Rambo knives. So they're my Rambo knives from the Rambo movies, and I've been collecting them for years really. I've got 5 knives. I think it's fine to possess them at the moment in the home. They're just for display purposes, but there is a change afoot. When it comes to offensive weapons, there is going to be an amendment that's coming into force on the 26th of June this year. So 26th of June 2024, under the Criminal Justice Act 1988. Some of these knives are going to be banned. Alright, but it does come down to definition, descriptive term. Now, this is, for me, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to go into the legislation, the law. That's for you to research yourself and check to make sure that anything you've got in your collection is still lawful, because the law has changed over the years. There's been a lot of changes, and there's no, ignorance is not a defence, so do your own research. But for me, once I knew this was coming in, like I say, it's the Criminal Justice Act 1988, coming into force 26th of June this year, 2024. 2 of these 5 knives are going to be banned. Alright, so by definition, the change is going to be, if it's got a blade of over 8 inches, and it's got a plain cutting edge and a sharp point, so that's all of them at the moment. They're all over 8 inches. They've all got a cutting edge and a point. But it must have one or more of these distinct specific features. I'm not going to go into the list of what all those features are. I'm just going to point out the ones for me that affect 2 of the knives I've got out of these 5. Alright, and that is a serrated cutting edge. Alright, so they're all over 8 inches, they've all got a point, they've all got a plain cutting edge. 2 of them, only 2, have got a serrated cutting edge. Alright, one of them's got a hole in the blade, but it's one hole in the blade. It's got to be more than one hole in the blade. That one I'm talking about there. So that's got like a slot in it, just one. Okay, and talking about serrated edges, that's perfectly flat and smooth, and it's just decorative. There is no cutting edge. That is not serration, and it's not a cutting serrated edge. All right, so that one's fine. The top 2, they're the problem ones. So these are going to be banned from the 26th of June. They're going to be banned. So I said, that is a cutting edge. It's like a sawback. All right. So those 2 top ones, that one, they're banned. That one's not. That one's not. And that one's not. All right. So do your research and just check if you've got any of these Rambo knives or similar knives, hunting knives, combat knives that have got specific features and size. They're going to be banned from the 26th of June. There is a grace period for surrendering them or destroying them, and you can potentially get back £10 per blade knife that you hand in, but that's going to take a while to process, and these knives are worth a lot more than 10 quid each. All right, so those 3 I can keep, and those 2 I'm going to show you what I'm going to do so I can keep them, because I don't really want to give them up, but no, I have to if they stay that way. So I'm going to change those 2 and keep them. So stay tuned and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Well, hey, I'm back. As you can see, I just lopped the ends off. The first one, Rambo First Blood, that one came out quite nice. Still kept the, or tried to keep the blade shape. It's just shorter. Like, as you can see, it's actually less than 8 inches. So it's not over 8 inches, it's actually less than 8 inches. Same for the second one, Rambo Part 2. But that one, because it was a longer blade, it's more of a tanto edge I put on it, a point I put on it. But yeah, I'm quite happy with First Blood. That came out okay. Rambo 2, that's alright. Anyway, I can keep them now, that's the main thing. Like I said, they've still got a saw back, serrated edge on the back. They've got points, they've got a cutting edge, but they are actually less than 8 inches. Alright, so blade length less than 8 inches. And I get to keep them in my collection. Yippee!